Congressman, are you with us?
I'm here. It's a little bright, so I'm squinting because we're in the middle of the sun, but I can hear you.
Gorgeous weather. You're so lucky. Listen, Congressman, you and two other prominent Florida Latinos, you gave your endorsement to Mitt Romney. I believe you even appeared in an ad with him. But here's the thing. He said that he would veto the DREAM Act as president. So, I believe that you don't agree with him on immigration, but this is a big priority, is it not?
Look, we don't agree on aspects of his immigration policy. Governor Romney is a real hardliner on immigration. He believes that border security is first and foremost, and that has to happen before anything else. Yeah, we disagree. But I'll tell you what I do agree with him on is the fact that, as concerned as everybody is about the economy and how a failed presidency has made a bad situation even worse, the Hispanic community is even more concerned about that issue. Unemployment among Hispanics is above 14%. It's impossible to get a job if you're anybody, but particularly if you're a Hispanic in this country. So, again, that's the issue. You know, borrowing from Bill Clinton, it's the economy, stupid. It's never been so true as it is today with the failed policies and the failed presidency of President Obama.
But other Latino leaders are upset about this, Congressman. The founder of the Tequila Party, which is a Republican Latino party in Arizona, he says that you are betraying the Latino community by supporting Romney. He wrote in the Huffington Post just days ago, I want to read this to you here, Diaz-Balart insults the intelligence of Latinos living outside of Florida. Cuban Republican politicians in Florida appear to be increasingly out of touch with the Mexican Americans who account for a sizable chunk of the Latino population pie. He cannot claim to be for free markets and capitalism when he supports Romney's protectionist and isolationist policies towards immigrants. What is your response to that?
And again, let me first apologize for squinting, as it's really bright here. We are in Miami. Look, he has the right to espouse his opinion. I respect and I admire that he has the right to do so. I think my record is pretty clear, and my ability to and my representation of this community is pretty clear. So again, here's the question. Who is the person who can save this economy, who can turn? We need a turnaround master. We need somebody who can turn this country around from the failed policies of President Obama, and who can win in November. Because all the other issues, whether it's hugely important issues to me, education, the environment, everything else you can think of, obviously national defense, if we cannot have an economy that allows us to afford all these other things, it's all for naught. So who's the person who can beat President Obama, defeat the failed policies of President Obama, who can turn this country around? Remember, for the first time in American history, our debt has been degraded because of the incredible debt that this president has accumulated over his 3.5 years. Who's the person who can do that? The name continues to pop up as Mitt Romney. And I think what you're going to see in Florida, despite what you might hear from some interest groups out there, who I respect, is I think you're going to see some strong support from the Latino community for Mitt Romney, because they understand that without jobs, everything else, frankly, is impossible.
Congressman, I want to play you some sound right here. This morning, Gingrich, again, was attacking Romney's conservatism. He's now been calling Romney a liberal. Take a listen to this.
Every time we nominate a moderate, we lose. Why would anybody in the establishment think that a Massachusetts moderate, which is a liberal by Republican standards, pro-abortion, pro-gun control, pro-tax increase, pro-gay rights, why would they think that he's going to be able to debate Barack Obama?
So there he is. He's calling Romney a liberal. Is Romney conservative enough for the establishment? What are your thoughts?
I mean, first of all, I'm not quite sure what you mean by the establishment. I will tell you this. Governor Romney came in short, just a few votes short of first in Iowa. I don't think anybody has said that Iowa Republicans are exactly left-wing radicals. And the reason that he's receiving the support across the country is because, again, I go back to issue number one. It's jobs. It's the economy, stupid, as Bill Clinton used to say. The person who is the expert who can turn this thing around, and again, who can win in November to once again bring back the United States to the preeminent position that it needs to be economically and every other way around the world. The person who can do that is Governor Romney. By the way, don't take my word for it. Look at who the White House is also targeting. Look at who the White House and President Obama is scared of and is trying to defeat now, so that they don't have to run against him in November, because they understand that he's the strongest. That's Governor Mitt Romney.
All right, Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, we appreciate your time today, sir. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And joining us now.